Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Welcome to the Summer of Saints. Not those Saints. We're talking about the St. Paul Saints.
Home needs quality.
Listen every Friday morning, all summer long. We're sending you and a friend to CHS Field to see the Saints, courtesy of Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to win all summer. The Summer of Saints. Throwing heat all summer long. Thanks to the Hinckley Firehouse and WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to this afternoon's matchup here. It's a Class 7 2A matchup between the Rush City Tigers, who are hosting the Proctor Rails here in Rush City, Minnesota at Schlegel Fields, home of the Rush City Tigers, and I'm excited for this one. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. This one, the regular season finale here for the Tigers as they wrap up the regular season, getting set for playoffs to begin next week for them. But we got to finish it out first with a great matchup. The top two teams in the section going at it here today, Rush City and Proctor. Proctor, the number one team in the section, Rush City number two, and they're going at it. Rush City, both these teams don't need Rush City does to stay ahead of International Falls, who is 15-1. But Rush City 15-2 on the season. They are the 28th overall ranked team in Class AA, which went down since Monday. I believe it was Monday, yeah. So not real sure how that happens. They were ranked 19th, but it is what it is. But taking a look at it, yes, Proctor coming in 16-4. They are the number 5 team in all of Class 5A, or Class 7 AA, and they look to try and hold on to that number one spot here in the section, while Rush City looks to hold on to their spot in the section as well as we head into playoffs again, which start next week. Part of the section playoffs. Some of our local teams will be Hinckley Finlayson in there, as well as Mora and Pine City. Those are the local teams in Class 2A for us. And taking a look at the bracket, playoffs do begin May 21st. So next Tuesday is when it all begins, and it will all be at the high seed. So as of right now, if Rush City continues to stay as the number 2 seed, well, they would get a home playoff game. In fact, looks like through seed 6 gets a home playoff game. Through seed 8, they all get a home playoff game for round 1, which is the 21st, next Tuesday. And if Rush Cities hold on to the number 2 seed, well, they not only would get a home game, they'd get a first-round bye. Yes, then they'd await the winner of 7 and 10. Now, currently 7 and 10, well, that looks like Barnum and Mora. So they could possibly see one of our local teams, a team that will be in their conference next year, in the Mora Mustangs. Mora, Aiken, and Crosby Ironton all moving to the Great River Conference next year. So during the fall, it will be a brand new looking conference for the teams that we call games for regularly, as we will add 3 new teams to the conference next year. It's going to be a lot of fun because, again, adding those teams, we see those teams quite often. We play them, whether it's section play, tournaments. It seems like we see those 3 teams specifically each and every sport, each and every season. And, next year it's going to become even more because they will be added to the conference. But looking at this game here today, Proctor and Rush City hoping to once again defend Schlegel Field and get out with a victory here today. Offensively, both pretty similar, averaging just under 9 points a game. Rush City has only allowed 2 points per game, and Proctor gives up 3 runs per game. So scoring just under 9 runs a game, and very similar in the runs given up per game. So this should be a fantastic matchup between these two teams. What could possibly be a preview of the section championship, in my opinion. I think these two teams could make the run, but you have to worry about the other teams in the section like International Falls, Esco. Hinckley Finlayson is also there, and that's one of the teams that Rush City fell to this year was Hinckley Finlayson. So they did lose to Hinckley Finlayson earlier in the year, so that's a team that they could have to watch out for as well. So it's not going to be a cakewalk for them and they in the playoffs, but again, this is a young, talented team, and they will look to make their way through the playoffs and get to state. They would not be the first team for Rush City this year to get to state. No, the volleyball team got to state, went all the way to the state championship game, but ran into a very, very talented team there. But they did take second place at the state tournament, so not a bad year for Rush City sports. It has been such a fantastic year, just sports-wise, whether it's football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball, it doesn't matter, hockey. It has been such a fun year to call sports, and I am blessed to be a part of it. But this one here today should be just as good as the rest as the Rush City Tigers wrap up the regular season hosting the Proctor Rails. Looks like we're going to get our national anthem in our starting lineup, so we're going to take a commercial break here. We're from our fine sponsors, then back for first pitch on WCMP.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
When aches and pains are interfering with your daily life, Wellia Health wants to help. The sports medicine team at Wellia Health is here to help you get back to the things you love. Wellia Health has a highly skilled sports medicine team with a wide range of experiences. They are also experts in concussion management, a concern for young athletes and adults alike. No matter the injury, get back in the game with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through your MyChart account, welliahealth.org.
I love this weather. I could sit here all day long. I don't think anything can make it better.
Well, friend, this week get a 2-night stay at Ringler's Family Campground for only $40. Make memories and enjoy the outdoors.
How long have you been there?
I'm always here, friend. Always here.
That's a little creepy.
WCMPradio.com/deals. Save money on all kinds of cool stuff. WCMPradio.com/deals.
WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Slips one, slips a second, able to get away for Sluka. Back underneath, far side, and a goal! To the lane, and just gets the roll. Wow.
Pine City, Mora, Hinckley Finlayson, East Central, Bram, Rush City, Malacca, North Branch. Find out who's playing next at WCMPradio.com.
Interested in raising funds for your school or organization? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is now participating in cheese fundraisers. Raise funds by selling cheese to your friends and family and supporting our local farmers. Please call us at 715-689-2053 to find out more.
24/7, 365. We've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. You probably know your Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 is easy to find, very clean, the staff is always friendly, and is open 24/7, 365. But did you know we do propane fills, have a brand new EV charging station, and a dog walking area? So if you need a hot cup of coffee, the tank topped off, or a jug of milk on the way home, we got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit. Your ride.
Back here on WCMP, getting our starting lineups announced. National anthem has been played, and we're just about set for first pitch here at Schlegel Fields in Rush City. Of course, stay tuned. After this game, we've got even more coming your way on this channel. We'll be back up in Hinckley for the Hinckley Knights Town Ball team as they get set to host the Anoka Bucks. So stay tuned for that. That game starts at 7:30, and I'll be heading up there right after this game is done. So I'm excited for this game to get started, and then head on up there. That'll be the third game of the day. Can't get enough of it. But here we go in this game. Taking the field are the Tigers for the final time this regular season. Seniors taking the field for the final time. Annabelle Hansen, one of those seniors. She'll be taking home field for the final time as part of the regular season. They more than likely will wind up, well, no matter what, they'll wind up getting a home playoff game. It's just a matter of, will it be a bye week first, or will they have to play in the first round? That'll all be determined after today. Looking at the defense for the Tigers, in the circle again today will be Kendall Pillar, once again, pitching. He's done a fantastic job this year. Then behind the plate and catching for her is Annabelle Hansen. Then over at first, it'll be number 14, Summer Nelson. Then at second base, it will be number 15, Kaylin Glenna. And over there at third, of course, will be number 10, the flex, Maria Biermeyer. At short, it is Natalie Rude once again. We're in that number 18. Out and left, it's Hannah Mechtel. In center field, it's going to be Peyton Addix. And then in right will be Lola Mold. And that is how the defense looks for the Rush City Tigers as we start this one. At the plate first will be Brooklyn Patterson for the Proctor Rails. And we are underway. First pitch is going to be low for ball one to Patterson. First pitch coming out at 4:36. Oh, 1, and that one is lifted foul. 1-1 count for Patterson. One pitch on the way from Pillar, low for ball 2. 2-1 count now for Patterson, the leadoff batter for the Rails. And that one's going to be low as well for ball 3. 3-1 count to Patterson. And Kendall Pillar in the circle. Here's the 3-1, swung on and back to the backstop. Full count now for Brooklyn Patterson. Full count pitch on the way. Strikeout there. I think she might have even gotten a piece of it into the glove caught. For out number 1. Now Sam Shelton to the plate for number 24. First one's in there for strike 1 to Shelton. Top of the first, 1 down already. Pillar with the pitch. Outside for ball 1. One count now for Shelton. One pitch on the way from Pillar, swung on and missed. On the rising fastball, make it a 1-2 count now. Two down now for the Rails. And Annika Burke at the plate with 2 down. She's wearing the number 8 today. That one from Pillar, and it swung on and missed for strike 1. Pillar winds up with the 0-1. Swung on and hit foul down the left base line. Left field line, that's how you say that one. So 0-2 now will be the count after that foul ball. Hit by Annika Burke. Now with the heat, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize if you experience any interruptions. The hotspot just may not tolerate the heat too well, so I apologize if you experience it. At the fence, and it is caught out there in center field by Peyton Addix. What a great catch in center by Addix to make it a 1-2-3 inning. That was at the fence, and Addix makes the catch for out number 3. So we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. It will be the Tigers' turn at the plate. Taking a look at how they'll line up batting-wise. It will be Annabelle Hansen leading off. Again, her and Rude switched. So it will be Hansen in the number 1 spot. Natalie Rude will bat 2. And then Kendall Pillar at the 3 spot. Then on the other side for the Proctor Rails, defensively, it will be Brooklyn Patterson in the pitching circle. Then over, or I should say behind the plate, will be Annika Burke. Then over at first will be Sam Shelton, number 24. Then at second, Sydney Adamski. Over at short is Reagan Rodberg. Can't miss third, though. That's Grace Abbott. Over in left will be Emma Shelton. In center, Caitlin Hemming. And in right, Lillian Hart. That is the way the Rails line up in the field. As the Tigers get ready for their turn at the plate. Remember, not too long ago, it was Tuesday, the Tigers had a game here, and it was a close one. They played the team which was formerly in Class 2A, the Moose Lake Little River Rebels, and that was a fun one. Rebels got plenty of runners on, but just couldn't get anyone home. They did get one in the first, and I think it was another one in the third. But then in the fourth, the Tigers went off and took the lead with 3 runs, and then they scored 3 runs in the fifth as well to make it a 6-2 game. Rebels would get 1 back, but that would be it as the Tigers got out of there with the 6-3 victory. A little bit different opponent here today. Number 1 team in the section. And the first pitch there from Patterson is in there, strike 1 to Hansen. So 0-1 now for Annabelle Hansen, the catcher. That one is popped up and out of play. So that one goes out of play, and an 0-2 for Annabelle Hansen. That one's high for ball 1. 1-2 count for Hansen in the leadoff spot. And here's the pitch. Low and inside for ball 2. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Patterson back into the circle. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Took a little something off that one. Hansen gets to it, but it is caught by the shortstop for out number 1. Right off the end of the bat. Almost capped it. So that is 1 down now for the Tigers. And at the plate now will be Natalie Rude. Not too long ago, she hit a grand slam to help out her team get on the board in that game. I believe that was against Bram. That one's in there for strike 1 to Rude. Pillar on deck. 0-1 count now for Rude. That one is swung on and hit softly to the shortstop, and it is again caught for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Tigers, and now to the plate, Kendall Pillar. And Pillar, just in the last game we called there against the Rebels, she smacked a 2-run home run over the right field wall, or fence, if you will. It's a fence, but I call it a wall. Same difference. So she's looking to get on base here. Out in front of that one for strike 1. Swinging and missing there. Patterson readies. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Pillar gets a piece of that one, and it's going to go foul off the first base line. Good spot for that one from Pillar. Probably could have had 2, but it'll wind up foul. Now it's 0-2 for Pillar. Patterson with the 0-2. And keeping herself alive, getting a piece of that one is Pillar. Oh, 2 now for Kendall Pillar. She steps back into the batter's box. The last 2 she's fouled off. Patterson readies. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Inside for ball 1. Now a 1-2 count for the pitcher. Pitcher versus pitcher battle here. Patterson with the 1-2. Line outside for ball 2. Evens count 2-2 with 2 outs and nobody on for Rush City. So that is it. A quick first inning of play for both of these sides, and we will move to the top of the next inning, which will be number 2. So 6 straight outs here for both these squads. And on to the next.
320-679-1313 or welliahealth.org.
I love this weather. I could sit here all day long. I don't think anything can make it better.
Well, friend, this week, get a gift certificate for 18 holes of golf and a cart at Stone's Throw Golf Course in Malacca for just $25.
How long have you been there?
I'm always here, friend. Always here.
That's a little creepy.
WCMPradio.com/deals. Save money on all. WCMPradio.com. Leading off for the Rails is Caitlin Hemming out in center field. First pitch to her was outside for ball 1. This one from Pillar is going to be inside, foul back and out of play. One count for Hemming. Pillar with the 1-1 pitch. Just outside for ball 2. Two-one count. That one swung on and hit just past the pitcher. And it will be the first hit of the afternoon. And this one by the Rails. So Caitlin Hemming is on. The first hit of the game for either side. A runner on first now for the Rails, and at the plate, Emma Shelton out in left. Pillar with the pitch in there for strike 1, and oh, 1. Pillar will find the pitch. And here's the delivery. Showing bunt, and Pillar will grab it at pitcher and then throw it on to first for the double play to Pillar. And she has the wherewithal to throw it back to first to grab the second out. So getting 2 for 1 in that situation are the Tigers. And now 2 down and nobody on. Brings to the plate Grace Abbott for the Rails. Here's the pitch from Pillar, swing and a miss. 0-1, and Pillar with the pitch. That one's going to be low for ball 1. 1-1 count for Abbott. Pillar. Readies. Here's the 1-1. That one's going to be low as well for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike for Grace Abbott. She plays over at third for the Rails. Here's the 2-1 from Pillar. That one's low as well. Makes it a 3-1 count now. Everybody ready. He's getting the pitch into Pillar here. Pillar with the pitch, 3-1. Swung on and fouled, out of play. Full count now for Grace Abbott. Pillar readies. And here's the 3-2. High for ball 4. So that'll put a runner on first for Proctor. Now Sydney Adamski will be the next batter for the Rails. We're in Lillian Hart will be the next batter at the plate. And the first one to her is ball 1. One 0 count for Hart. Runner on first, 2 down. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. One count now for Hart. And Pillar with the next one. Swung on and missed. Make it 1-2. 2 down, runner at first for the Rails. Tigers trying to get out of the inning. That one is high for ball 2. Evens count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Pillar. Swung on and missed for out number 3. So a double play leads to 2 outs and a walk, and then a strikeout there for Pillar. And the Tigers get out of the inning. They see a couple base runners, but nothing becomes a threat for the Rails, and we will move to the bottom of the second. Still nothing here in this one. A top 2 matchup here in Section 7 AA between these 2 teams. Proctor number 1, Rush City number 2 in the section. But close behind them is International Falls, so can't count them out. But right now, it does appear that not much will change in terms of playoff standings. It does appear that this is how these 2 teams stay, is 1-2. We'll have to wait and see, though. A win for Rush City could definitely change the things in the standings. They could. I don't know if they could. That'd be a tough ask. They'd have to go and jump 25 positions to jump over Proctor in the QRF standings, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Plus, the points-wise, I think it's over 20. But maybe a win against the top 5 opponent and the number 1 team in the section is enough. Again, no one knows how the QRF works. It's some sort of rocket scientist formula. We don't know. We don't know how it works, but all I do know is Tigers are up to bat, and it's Lola Mold leading off in the second. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1 from Patterson. It's a warm one here, ladies and gentlemen. Last I checked, the temp was 82 degrees, and when that breeze is not blowing, it gets warm. Mold swings through that one, and now it's 0-2 quickly. Here's the 0-2. Low for ball one. One-two count for Mold. Here's the pitch. That's high. And by the catcher. Nobody's on base, so it does not make a difference whether that one hits the backstop or not. Even count at 2-2 for Lola Mold, the cleanup batter. Here's the 2-2 from the pitcher. That one swung on and hit foul out of play. Patterson readies. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Swung on and hit back up the middle, and Mold is going to reach with a base hit. She got a good look at that one and absolutely gave it a ride through the infield. And now the Tigers have their first base runner on. Last game that I called, of course they beat Ogilvie 15-0, I believe it was. But the last game I called here was against Moose Lake Little River on Tuesday, and Tigers struggled through the first 3 innings to get anybody on base, but after that, once they did, it was, I kind of mentioned it was just a matter of them getting someone on base. And then once they did, well, that was pretty much all they needed, and then the runs started to come as they beat the Rebels 6-3. This game, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns into more of a pitcher's duel, a 1-2 or 1-0 game, 2-1 game. It would not surprise me in the least. This one going to be a tough one for Mold, and it's going to stay fair. And now the throw down to second, and she's going to get out. Yeah, that's a tough one for Mold, because you have to stay. And well, now they're going to have a talk. That's it. They're gonna talk. She should. So it was a force out because of the bag was open, but they're going to call obstruction on first. So is that a single? I don't know how to. We'll call it a base hit for Glenna. So Kaylin Glenna, with that last hit, puts runners on first and second with nobody out. Bunt showed by Addix, and they are going to get the lead runner. Oh, out at third. Late slide there, and Addix will be safe at first on the fielder's choice. And Mold will be out at third, excuse me. So runner still on first and second with one down. And the Rails did get the lead runner at third. Summer Nelson now to the plate. Inside, ball one to Summer Nelson. These last 3 at-bats have been an adventure. First, it was a nice base hit by Mold, and then Glenna hit one into a tough spot. It looked like it was going to be caught. It was short, and then Mold had to go to second. It was a force out, but because of obstruction at first, she was safe. So was Glenna, safe at first, that is. Then Addix laid down a bunt. They threw to third, got her out there, but Addix is safe at first because of the fielder's choice. So that's what's happened up to this point, and this one is fouled back and out of play by Summer Nelson. She now has a 1-2 count. 1 out, and runners on first and second for Summer Nelson. And there's that breezy, and my goodness, is that a saving grace here this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Oh, good eye there from Summer Nelson. That makes it a 2-2 count. Two pitch on the way. Outside for ball 3. Full count now for Summer Nelson. Runners on first and second, and one down. Here's the full count pitch. That one swung on and hit. And nice job. Nice catch over there at second. That was a tough grab, but she managed to hold on to it for out number 2. That is not an easy catch, but somehow holds on. Give her credit on that one. That is not an easy catch to make. Over the shoulder. And now to the plate, the designated player, Adriana Schroeder. 2 down, runners on first and second. That one swung on and hit out of play. A 1 count now for Adriana Schroeder. Pitch on the way outside. Ball 1. Tell you what, folks, this is going to be a good battle between these two teams. Definitely won't be short and go 5 innings. It is going to go all 7, and each inning should be just as nerve-wracking, exciting, whatever you'd like to call it, for each other. And she's going to be out at first. They're going to call her safe. So Addix is back safely. Throw down, beautiful throw down, by the way, from the catcher of Proctor, but Addix is just back to time. 2-1 for Adriana Schroeder. Got a piece of that one. Tips it back foul. Now leaving the count at 2-2 now for Schroeder. 2 out, 2 on. Maybe this is the all 2s that we need to get a run scored. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Patterson. Low. That'll run the count full to Adriana Schroeder. Full count. Patterson with the pitch. Outside. Ball 4. So runners will move. We got bases loaded now, 2 down. And now Hannah Mechtel to the plate. Do have looks like a pinch runner at third now, just to grab some extra speed there at third to try and get the first run on the board for the Tigers. I did not catch who that was. Try to catch the number. I believe it's number 5. Oh, wait. I believe that's one of the Simmons. But here we go. Bases loaded. 2 down. Mechtel at the plate. Oh, she got a piece of that one. Fouled it back. And the ball winds up finding its way back to the pitcher. So Patterson didn't even need her catcher on that one, as that one was fouled off of Mechtel, and it rolled to the backstop and then all the way back to Patterson. 0-1 count now for Mechtel. And here's the pitch. Got a piece of it, but it's fouled down the third base line. That is number 5 there for the Tigers. And number 5, I do believe, if I can find it, there we go, Ashlyn Simmons. I knew it was one of the Simmons young ladies. It is. So Simmons over there at third. 0-2 count for Mechtel. Bases loaded, 2 down. Bottom of the second. Swinging and a miss there for out number 3. So the Tigers will strand all 3 out there, and their opportunity to score a run goes awry. And we will move on to inning number 3. So as we move on to the third inning, a bit of an extended second as the bats kind of got going there for both sides, but now we head to the third. And we'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
Hi, this is Sarah from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Do you know about our propane customer referral program? It's simple and rewarding. Refer a qualified new Burnett Dairy propane customer and you'll receive a $100 credit to your account. Terms and conditions apply. Call 715-689-1032 for details and follow our Burnett Dairy General Store Facebook page. Share the warmth with Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Top of the third, leading off for the Proctor Rails is Aubrey Bruce. It's in there for strike one. This one will also be in there on the outside part of the plate for strike two. Oh, 2 in that one, high for ball one out of the glove of Hanson. 1-2 count now. And again, Aubrey Bruce at the plate, designated player. Batting for Reagan Rodberg. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 2. Evens the count at 2-2 now for Bruce. That's Aubrey Bruce. Pillar with the pitch. Ooh, Bruce started, but she held off. That's a tough one. And now it's a full count here for Bruce, Aubrey Bruce. Pillar looking for out number 1. Here's the pitch. She gets a hold of that one out to right field, and she's there for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Rails. And now to the plate. Number 3, Reagan Rodberg. So the lineup I got is a little bit different. That's okay. So Rodberg at the plate now. 1 down, nobody on. She's looking to bunt on, and ooh, don't know if she tripped or just stopped knowing it was foul, but it's going to be 0-2 count for Reagan Rodberg now, playing over there at short. There's the 0-2 in there for strike 3, and she'll get her looking for out number 2. Now back to the top of the order, and Brooklyn Patterson to the plate. It is going to be a pitcher versus pitcher duel here in this at-bat. Love the pitcher versus pitchers. Always fun to see what they do. Now an outside for ball 1 to Patterson. She struck out in her first at-bat, but they got things going in the second inning, and we'll try and get that here again. Both these teams have had their fair share in the second, but a brand new inning. Oh, and she went there on that one. And it will be strike 1. That's what I thought. I don't know if he called ball or not, but we looked down to the first base ump, and he says, yes, she did go, or at least yeah, it's a strike. That's what matters. 1-1 count. Time called by Brooklyn Patterson. Just take a moment to step out of the box, kind of maybe get something worked out. A lot of times it's a mental game in there. Here's the 1-1. That one's popped up and out of play. So a 1-2 count now for Brooklyn Patterson. Two down, nobody on for the Rails. Strikeout there for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, go the Rails. And we'll move to the bottom of the third inning. Pitcher is doing real well so far. That's been the story, as I thought it might be here coming into this one. You've got two of the top two teams in the section going at it, and they're not the top two for no reason. And no surprise that so far, pitcher's duel up to this point, it may be the first to, whoever gets a run on the board is who's going to win this one. Like I mentioned, I don't suspect this one being a high-scoring game. Could see 3-4 runs total between the teams, would be my guess. So the Rails take the field once again. Last inning for the Tigers. They had 2 hits, no runs, and no errors. No errors in this one as well. This inning, top of the inning, I should say. Rails had no hits, no runs. Rails wearing all black. Dark green letters and numbers outlined in the white. Gotta be warm in all black today. Oof. In the early parts of the season, all black might not matter much, but now it does. The Tigers in their white uniforms, or the white jerseys, I should say. The blue sleeve with the yellow accent, the blue pant, the yellow back stripe, and then the white stripe in front of that one. Back to the top of the order for the Tigers. Annabelle Hansen leading off the third inning, as well as the leadoff batter. Patterson with the pitch, high for ball 1. This is bound to be a very good game. Very tight game, I believe, between these two teams. 1-0 and something off that one, but it's left high for ball 2. Bottom of the third. No team has scored a run yet. And I can't imagine when we get to the 7th man, going to have some tired players out there. And Hansen gets this one. Oh, it hits the glove of the pitcher. Throw on to first, recovered in time. Route number 1. So Hansen, that one right back up the middle. It hit Patterson in the glove, but her shortstop came over to help her out. Route number 1. And now to the plate, Natalie Rude. Again, Rude's got that power behind her swing. Looking to get a base runner on. Swings and misses on that one. Oh, 1 count now for Rude. That one is in the air and caught at the wall by the catcher. That was right at the fence. And the catcher is able to grab it for out number 2. And now to the plate, Kendall Pillar. Tigers looking for some 2-out magic here once again. They've been a 2-out team this year. They've gotten a ton to get going with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Patterson, and Pillar lays off that one. Good eye from Pillar to make it a 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch on the way. Pillar gets this one. It's lobbed in the air, and the center fielder, no, cannot hold on. And Pillar going to slide into second safely. So aggressive on the base paths is Pillar. I think she might have been just short of that one. Double there for Pillar. And now a runner on second with 2 down. And there's Pillar again. The 2-out magic that she brings. And again, not only is she fast, but she also brings that aggressiveness on the base paths. She has got, I mean, a veteran presence out there, and she's one of the younger players as well. This one going to be inside. For ball 1 to Lola Mold. For the Tigers, Mold half swing, and it's fouled into the fence. But again, for Kendall Pillar, who's only a sophomore, really does not seem like a sophomore. The way she commands the field, the way she does run the base paths, she's had a veteran presence out there. This is a 1-1 pitch, which is fouled back out of play. Now a 1-2 count for Lola Mold. Runner on second. 2 down. And a 1-2 count for Lola Mold. She singled back just last inning. Here's a 1-2 from Patterson. Took something off of that one, and throw down to first is going to get her. So a strikeout there will end the inning, but not until some excitement from Pillar. That will do it for the third inning of play. Moving through this game, we are already moving on to the top of inning number 4 is what's coming up next. So stay tuned. After a commercial break, we'll have the top of the 4th ready for you on WCMP.
Attention baseball fans! Are you ready to experience the thrill of St. Paul Saints baseball with our weekly live on-air giveaway? That's right! Every Friday is your chance to score big and win tickets to see the Saints live in action at beautiful CHS Field. Imagine the atmosphere, the crack of the bat, the smell of freshly popped popcorn, and the joy of being surrounded by fellow fans. Special thank you to our incredible sponsor, bringing in the heat with Hinkley Firehouse. Listen to WCMP every Friday morning for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints.
Promoting good health in children is the best way to ensure they'll enjoy good health as adults. Don't skip out on your children's wellness appointments. Call Wellia Health today at 320-679-1313 to set up a Well Child visit. Our friendly family medicine providers love to support young families by helping your children stay healthy, active, and feeling their very best. WelliaHealth.org.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Top of the third, or excuse me, the 4th. Yeah, it's the 4th already. I can't believe it either. But top of the 4th, and at the plate now is going to be number 24, Sam Shelton. She will lead off the 4th for the Rails. First pitch to her was a strike, and this one's going to be high for ball 1. That'll bring the count now to 1-1 for Shelton. Pillar readies. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one swung on and popped up out of play. 1-2 count now for Sam Shelton. Pillar. Shakes off the first pitch signal. Now with the second, here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's high. And it's even 2-2. Two on the way outside. That'll run the count full now to Sam Shelton of the Rails, the leadoff here in the 4th. Full count. Pillar. Readies. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and hit foul down the right field line, and it winds up actually out of play. Full count pitch, or full count once again. Pillar getting the pitch single. And time called here by Shelton. Back into the batter's box here for this full count pitch on the way from Pillar, and it winds up in the dirt. I think that one may have either slipped or something out of her hand, because that is not the one she was looking to get. Seemed what she was going for, but winds up in the dirt. So, runner on first now for the Rails, and to the plate, Annika Burke. Pillar with the pitch. High for ball one. And Hanson will keep an eye on the runner at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Pillar. Outside, ball two. 2-0 count. And the pitch from Pillar. Swung on and hit out towards right field. Center fielder there, can't get to it in time. It's going to reach the, just come up short of the fence, excuse me. And what a throw there from the right fielder to hold the runner at second. That is quite a throw from the right fielder after the center fielder missed it. Right fielder there, she threw in a laser to hold that runner at second. That's Lola Mold over there in right. And she holds the runner at second. That is a big-time throw to hold the runner. And it may not seem like much. It may just, you might just think to yourself, oh, well, it's just a good throw. But oh, that could make a difference here in this game. A throw like that. Lola Mold with an absolute laser back to the infield to hold the runner at 2. So runners on first and second, nobody out for Caitlin Hemming. Here's the pitch from Pillar. Took a little something off of that one and got her to swing in front of it for strike one. Pillar readies. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt, and that'll make it a 1-1 count now for Hemming. Runners on first and second. Nobody down for the Rails. Pillar back into the circle. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. And now a 1-2 count for Caitlin Hemming. Pillar gets the pitch signal. And she readies with the 1-2 delivery. Little something off that one, foul tip. She just tipped it. So 1-2 count once again for Hemming. Pillar readies. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 3, and she'll go down looking for out number 1. One down now and 2 on. Emma Shelton to the plate. Pillar with the pitch. In there for strike 1. Shelton wearing the 16 for the Rails. Here's the 0-1 on the way from Pillar. She's showing bunt, and that one, well, I thought she might have tipped it, but should be a strike anyways. She never pulled back. Should be 0-2. Ooh. I don't think that's the correct call. Yeah, she never pulled back on it, so it's going to be 0-2. She never pulled back on the bunt attempt, so count will be 0-2. But the runners did advance due to the pass ball. So runners on second and third now for the Rails, and Shelton with an 0-2. Swinging and missing, that one in the dirt. And they keep an eye on that runner at third. They'll stay. So out number 2 there. 2 down. Runners at second and third for the Rails. And at the plate, Grace Abbott reached on a walk back in the second. Big spot here for Pillar to get out of. Her and her defense. This has been the closest we've had for the Rails today. Rails trying to get there first, but Pillar and the Tigers trying to keep them off the board. Just outside for ball 1 from Pillar. Annabelle Hansen, the catcher for the Tigers, has a question for the ump, and they get it figured out. So 1-0 count now, and here's the pitch from Pillar. Swung on and missed. And that moves the count to 1-1. Again, Hansen, one of the seniors on this Tiger squad. For the most part, this is a pretty young squad the Tigers have, so a lot of this talent will be returning next year. 1-1 outside. That will make it a 2-1 count for Grace Abbott. There's the pitch, swung on and hit at the second baseman. Throw on to first in time for out number 3. So they'll strand 2, and that'll move us to the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs have crossed, even though we were close. No runs will cross for either side as of yet. Bottom of the 4th here at Schlegel Fields in Rush City. The top 2 teams in Section 7 AA going at it here in this game. Been a good one so far, good pitching duel. No runs on the board as of yet. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I think this one going to be whoever maybe scores first. Might just come down to that. It's going to be, I think, a low-scoring game. Might see 4 total runs, maybe. These 2 pitchers have done a great job. And even when they're in a little bit of a jam, they do a great job of getting out of it. You have Patterson versus Pillar here in this one, and the defenses have stepped up here in this one. And this is, I mean, in all reality, this could be a preview of the section championship game. It really could. Although, again, you still have to worry about I Falls and Esco and even Hinckley Finlayson, who has beat Rush City on the season. So you just never know. That's why playoffs are so much fun. But with it being double elimination, that could mean some revenge games for some teams. But don't forget, our website has some deals up there for you. We got discounts on local companies. We got discounts on oil changes, restaurants. You know, I think even some pet grooming we even have. I mean, everything from Wisconsin to Princeton, I don't know if we go up as far as Moose Lake, but there might be some from up there. And even down to close to North Branch, I think. So we've got plenty on our deals page. So if you're looking for a discount on something, head over to wcmpradio.com/deals. For discounts on almost anything you can think of. Ooh. Oh, strike call. That was below the knees, but going to be called strike. So 0-1 count now. To the leadoff here in the 4th, Kaylin Glenna. Reached on a single in the 2nd. That one's high for ball 1. Players out there. This is the easiest, hottest day of the year. And the easiest, warmest game as well. This one outside from Patterson for ball 2. So you might think to yourself, well, weather is always an element for all sports. Well, except for hockey and basketball. I mean, those don't have to deal with it. But softball, this adds another element to it. And, you know, when you haven't had this warm of weather all year, it certainly adds a little bit extra to the game. And, you know, fatigue becomes a factor in a game like this. So that adds a whole new element to it. Not only are the top 2 teams going at it, but now you've got the heat as part of it. Glenna with a 2-2 count. That one's low for ball 3. Full count for Kaylin Glenna. Patterson versus Pillar here today in the pitcher circle. Kaylin Glenna with a 3-2. And Patterson with the pitch. Glenna gets a piece of that one, and that's going to be a base hit. So base hit there for Kaylin Glenna. And she reaches with a full count single. And now batting. Now it's Peyton Addix, the center fielder. She missed that last catch in the outfield, but her teammate Lola Mold. And that's why I say that throw is so important last inning. She threw it in, and she held that runner at second. If you put that runner at third, with that last round of inning, I mean, that Proctor has a runner on, or a run across. So that's why that throw is so important. As the first one in there to Addix is strike one. She pulled back on the bunt. 0-1 now. Here's the pitch. Ooh, inside. Thought that one was a little inside, as did Addix, but it's going to be 0-2 count now. Runner on first, nobody down. Here's the pitch. She got a piece of it up towards the left fielder. She's got to come up for it, and she grabs it for out number 1. Summer Nelson now makes her way to the plate. And again, this being the last regular season game for the Rush City Tigers. 5 seniors on their roster. She looks at that one, and it's strike one to Summer Nelson. Those seniors are Hannah Mechtel, Maria Biermeyer, Summer Nelson, Adriana Schroeder, and Annabelle Hansen. So they will have to find a way to replace that talent, but they've got a lot of young talent that is filling out the rest of the roster as well. As Nelson lifts that one foul out of play. It's 0-2 now. Patterson, and she gets that one off the end of the bat for foul ball. 0-2 count still for Summer Nelson. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Patterson. Swinging and a miss. And that'll be out number 2. Now Adriana Schroeder to the plate. She reached on a walk back in the second. And she'll look for a base hit to try and get a run to score for the Tigers. Pitch from Patterson is swung on right to the second baseman, and throw on to first is in time for out number 3. So not a 1-2-3. They do get the 1 hit, no runs, and no errors in that inning for either side. So that'll do it for the 4th inning of play, and we will get set to move on to the top of the 5th. This game is moving along and still no score. It's going to be a tight finish between these two teams. But first, we'll get a word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll see the 5th inning of play here on WCMP.
Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor. Visit us online at burnettdairy.com.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Back here on WCMP, set to lead off for the Rails is Lillian Hart. Pillar with the first pitch to her, swung on and missed. Hart struck out back in the second. And as this game goes along with neither team scoring yet, we're going to see these two teams be aggressive later on. And that one is bunted, foul. So 0-2 now for Lillian Hart. Yeah, as this one continues on, and if no run score, man, sooner than later these two teams are going to get extremely aggressive, whether it's base running, swinging at pitches, trying to throw people out. I mean, it's going to get wild. 0-2 in there for strike 3, and Hart will go down looking. And now to the plate, Aubrey Bruce, the designated player. Pillar with the first pitch to her. It's in there for strike 1. Getting the pitch signal is Pillar. Here's the 0-1. Swinging and a miss by Bruce. So now 0-2 for Aubrey Bruce. Here's the 0-2 delivery from Pillar, and that one's in the dirt. Makes it a 1-2 count. Pillar back to the circle. And here's the 1-2. High for ball 2. Two count for Aubrey Bruce. One down. And here's the pitch, swung on and missed for out number 2. And now to the plate, Reagan Rodberg. 2 down, nobody out, or nobody on, nobody out. 2 out, nobody on. That's how that phrase is said. Bruce's first pitch is low for ball 1. Could be showing bunt here. Looks like she will be. She pulls back though. I'm not sure of the count. We had, it looks to be 2-0 on the scoreboard. 2-0 pitch from Pillar is in there for strike 1. Two 2-1 pitch from Pillar. Swing and a miss. Makes the count even at 2-2 for Reagan Rodberg, and Pillar trying to make it another 1-2-3 inning. And that'll be outside. Run the count full for Reagan Rodberg. Here's the full count pitch. In there for strike 3, and she'll go down looking for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, go the Rails. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers and Rails tied at nothing. Been a close one between these two teams. Neither side is able to take an advantage of runners in scoring position, and bottom of the 5th, no score. Also, don't forget, you have a chance to win Saints tickets every Friday on our stations, on both WCMP 100.9 FM with Josh Ramirez, and then over on KBK with Rock and Robin Riley 95.5 FM. You have your chance every Friday to win Saints tickets. In the morning show. So you have to listen in every Friday on both of the morning shows for your chance to win Saints tickets. During the morning show on Fridays, it is your chance if you tune in every Friday during the morning shows. You can text in. You'll be given a keyword to text in, and you text in for your chance to win those good old Saints tickets. If you haven't been out to one, man, they are fun to go to. So now to the plate, leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Tigers, Hannah Mechtel. Patterson with the pitch. Swinging and a miss. Just underneath that one is Mechtel. Mechtel struck out back in the 2nd. The 0-1 pitch on the way from Patterson. Got a piece of it, did Mechtel, and it's going to be 0-2. Oh, 2 count now for Mechtel. Patterson with the pitch. Swing and a miss on that one for out number 1. 1 down now for the Tigers. And coming to the plate, Annabelle Hansen back to the top of the order for Rush City. 0 for 2, trying to change that here. First pitch is swung on, lifted, out of play. Oh, 1 now for Annabelle Hansen. She thought about it, but it's going to be in there, called strike. It's Hansen now with an 0-2. Oh, swinging that one high. It's foul tip right into the glove for out number 2. Natalie Rude to the plate, and it's starting to get late in this game. Tigers are going to need a base runner here sooner rather than later to try and get out there and be aggressive on the base paths. Well out in front of that one is Rude, and if she holds back on that one and waits an extra half second, ooh, she's going to give that one a long ride. Might be another home run for her. And another one which she's out in front of. She, again, just hold off an extra half second on those. Those are the off speeds in which if you hold off and let it come to you just, for a half second more, that one's going to be crushed. But she might come back with the speed now. She will, and nice job there by Rude to foul this one off to keep herself alive. So Patterson, first 2 are off speed, and then she comes with the heat there. Now if I'm Rude, I don't know. Patterson might come back with the off speed again just to get her swinging. So that one is swung on and lifted out towards left. And it's going to be foul ball. Apologize for the frozen camera there. We'll get it fixed here. Why is it still doing that? All right, give me just a second here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get her fixed. Swing and miss. Change up once again by Patterson, and that'll be it for inning number 5. Well, it seems fair. Now we can't seem to get video. Well, I'll figure that out, ladies and gentlemen, during the break, but meanwhile, we are on to the top of the 6th inning. We're getting late in this one. 0-0 is our score between these two teams, and man, oh man, we are in for an absolutely fun finish. So, back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Welcome to the Summer of Saints. Not those Saints. We're talking about the St. Paul Saints. Listen every Friday morning all summer long. We're sending you and a friend to CHS Field to see the Saints, courtesy of Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to win all summer. The Summer of Saints. Throwing heat all summer long. Thanks to the Hinckley Firehouse and WCMP.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a...
Well, you have to wait to hear that Embrace Orthodontics commercial. Apologize. They will be there. Don't worry. I'll get you. I'll let you hear that beautiful Embrace Orthodontics commercial. But we got the top of the 6th coming our way. As now leading off is the top of the order, Brooklyn Patterson for the Rails here in the top of the 6th. She's showing bunt. It's going to be a tough one, and not real sure what happened there. I got a pole right in my way, right where Summer Nelson was trying to grab that one. It might have slipped out of her hand. Either way, that will allow Patterson to reach. So a runner on first. Another bunt being shown. But now they'll be able to get the runner out here at first. They're going to, aggressive. No, too aggressive. And that's going to score a run on the error. And it does. And the error will score a run, and that is what you can't have. That is exactly what you can't have. So the Rails do score one on the throwing error. And that's what, I mean, that might be enough. So Patterson gets to home on the error. And now the Rails lead 1-0. Burke at the plate now for the Rails. One down, nobody on. Half swing there and fouled it off. One now for Annika Burke. Clouds are rolling in a little bit here. It's beautiful now. 1-1 pitch from Pillar. High for ball 2. Two-one count for Annika Burke. Ooh. I'm gonna say that one's outside. 3-1. And Pillar looks for the pitch signal. And here's the pitch. Foul tip. Full count pitch. Now for Annika Burke. Pillar. Let's see if she comes back with some heat. She does, but that one's fouled off. Backing out of play. Full count again. Pillar with the pitch. That one swung on and fouled off again off the third baseline. We're going to get a new ball in here. Full count once again. Annika Burke, Pillar with the pitch. Now in the dirt. So that'll put another base runner on. One down. Gonna get a new base runner here for Burke. And in there. Don't have her on my roster. Now at the plate, Caitlin Hemming. Runner at first, one down. Showing bunt, and now it's going to go foul. So Hemming showed bunt there. A 1 count now for Hemming after the bunt foul. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and the shortstop throw on to first. Oh, going to go over her head. An error will allow her to reach, and now got runners on the corners. And this is exactly what you can't have if you're the Tigers here. 2 errors now lead to runners on the corners with 1 down. And Emma Shelton at the plate. Pillar. Oh, she advanced to second, excuse me. That one, they're going to throw to home. And she's she tried to go behind the catcher. She's out of the baseline, so that's going to be out number 2. So fielder's choice there won't count as a base hit. So runner from third is out number 2. Runners at second and third again with 2 outs. Now Grace Abbott to the plate. Pitch is swung on and fouled back out of play. 0-1 count now for Abbott. Pillar, this is a jam if I ever seen one. If she can get out of here, this would be huge. Blow some off that one, but it's short for ball one. One now to Abbott. Here's the pitch from Pillar in there for strike two. Pillar bringing the heat with that pitch. And here's the 1-2. Pillar getting the pitch signal. Here we go, 1-2. On the way. High, and that ball is going to be enough to score a run. Ooh. Pass ball leads to the run scoring and the runner advancing to third. And exactly what you can't have if you're the Tigers. Two-two count now for Abbott. Still a chance for Pillar to get out of here with only allowing the two. That one swung foul. So even at 2-2, 2 outs, 2 runs have scored for the Rails. Here's the pitch from Pillar. And takes something off, but a little too much, and runs the count full. Get a new ball in for the umpire. And here we go. Full count. Pillar trying to get out of the inning. In there for strike three. And out number 3. So it is only 1 hit there for the Rails, but that is enough to score 2 runs. And it was, count them, 2 errors, 2 untimely errors that the Tigers got to figure out a way to make up for. So we'll move to the bottom of the 6th inning. And this is, the Tigers, you know what would be ideal is for them to at least get 1 here and then 2 in the 3rd, or if they could get all 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here, that'd be great, but been a very close game for these 2 teams. As I mentioned, I didn't think we were going to see a lot of runs, and we still might not, and we still could. I mean, we still got the bottom of the 6th, top of the 7th, and maybe the bottom of the 7th, depending on what happens here for the Tigers, but it's been a fun one. It's been a fun one to watch. But those errors there for Rush City could come back to haunt them. They're hoping that's not the case. As we get set for the bottom of the 6th. Tigers up to this point have 4 hits in the game for the Rails. They have 3 hits, but that 1 hit led to some errors and then 2 runs scored because of it, plus a pass ball. So Kendall Pillar will lead off for the Tigers, and if there's someone exciting to lead off, it is definitely Pillar. And catcher gives the thumbs up. She's all right. So 0-1 now for Kendall Pillar. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Rising fastball there, missed. And if you want a base hit from anyone to get on to get that 1 run, it's Pillar. She's got that speed. And then Mold would be a great compliment to try and drive her home. She's also got some sneaky speed too. That's why she's out there in right. Oh, 1-2. That one's in the dirt and easy for Pillar to lay off of. He was the count at 2-2. Patterson readies. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Good job there by Pillar to lay off of that one. Runs the count full. And her coach Jessica, gives her Voice of encouragement there after laying off that one. Full count. Pitcher versus pitcher, Pillar versus Patterson. Here's the pitch from Patterson. That's high for ball 4. That is not easy, but Pillar is able to lay off, and they'll get a runner on first. And here's where the aggressiveness that I talked about is going to come in play. You want Pillar on first as to be that aggressive runner. Here she is. Now, one thing you have to be careful of is the Rails have some good arms on the infield, so you got to be careful. You don't want to get an out trying to take an extra bag. Well, Lamold's going to lift that one into the left field. That's going to roll. That's going to roll a ways. Kendall Pillar. Or are they going to hold her at third? And so it goes behind the fence over there. So it's a double for Mold, and she came up ready to go. No question. And Pillar, she was ready to score. So now to the plate, Kaylin Glenna. Trying to drive home a run. 2 on, nobody out. Outside, ball 1. So 1-0 count now for Glenna. Swing and a miss, and that one was going to be lifted a ways. That one was headed a ways. One for Glenna. Showing bunt, pulls back, gives a little bit of a half swing. And the fake throw home holds her for a moment. Throw to first gets her, but she is going to take home is Kendall Pillar. That is why you have her out there. Glenna's going to be out at first. But that will advance the runners. Runner now on third. It's 2-1 after the Tigers get that run across from Pillar. That's why I mentioned she was so important to get on. And then Lola Mold now on third. Peyton Addix at the plate, showing initial bunt. She's going to pull back. And that one, that hit her, then went fair. So it will be foul ball. It's going to be 0-1 for Addix. 1 down for the Tigers. Runner at third. Run has crossed. And Addix gets a piece of that one, fouls it back out of play. So now 0-2 for Addix. Again, base hit here, scores another run to tie us at 2. (0-2) for Addix. Runner at third, 1 down. Here's the pitch from Patterson. Ooh, nice job. She wanted that one, but that stayed high for ball 1. One-two count now for Addix. Patterson with the pitch. Swing and a miss by Addix for out number 2. So here we go. Now coming to the plate, Summer Nelson, and here's another player that can get a RBI. 2 down, runner on third. Tigers trail 2-1. First one is outside for ball 1 to Summer Nelson. One 0 count for Nelson. Oh, that was the one she wanted. Now it's the one just underneath it, or over top of it, excuse me, for now a 1-1 count. Patterson with the 1-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 2. Kicked up the front foot, but she kept the bat on her shoulder. 2-1 count for Nelson. Time call. Patterson's got to tie the laces there in the circle. And we're ready. 2-1 count for Nelson. Runner on third. 2 down for the Tigers. They've already scored 1. Can they get that tying run? That one's in the dirt. Not.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Back for the top of the 7th. This should be interesting. Top of the 7th, and we're tied at 2 apiece here in this one. In case you missed it, got accidentally unplugged over there. In case you missed it, the Tigers were able to score via the RBI, an error from the Proctor rails, which led to Mold scoring from third. And then the Tigers, that would be it for them in the 6th. So, top of the 7th, both teams now. This is not necessarily the final hurrah, but we could go extra, but we'll have to wait and see. Leading off the top of the 7th will be Lillian Hart for the Rails. Tigers trying to get out of this inning and get that game-winning run across the board in the 7th. We could be going extra, though. Two is our score. Top of the 7th on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Showing bunt, it's in there for strike 2. Kendall Pillar in the circle. You're Here's the 0-2 pitch from Pillar. Swung on and hit. That's lobbed up. And the right fielder is there for the catch. Lola Mold on the run for out number 1. Lola Mold has made a few impressive plays today, including that double to get Pillar to third just last inning. She made a throw earlier that held a runner at second, and then that catch there on the run. That is a big time play by Lola Mold over there in right. Aubrey Bruce to the plate now, and that one's in there for strike 1. With our score tied, Tigers would, if it continues, Tigers would just need the 1 in the bottom of the 7th. High for ball 1. 2-2 is our score. 1-1 count for Aubrey Bruce. That one's high again for ball 2. 2-1 now to Aubrey Bruce. Again, Tigers' best thing they could ask for is a 1-2-3. Otherwise, it flips over to the top of the order for Brooklyn Patterson again. She scored on an error, but hit a single. That one was in there for strike 2. It's even at 2-2 now for Aubrey Bruce. Again, I think weather played a little bit of a factor here in this one. We had really warm weather today. 2-2 is high. Runs the count full now for Aubrey Bruce. Kendall Pillar. Full count. Pillar with the pitch in the dirt. So not ideal spot there for that walk, but still have the chance to induce the ground ball for the double play. Reagan Rodberg here at the plate. Runner on first. Wonder if Rodberg won't be, she is going to show the bunt, and she bunts foul. So showing bunt there on that one. Don't be surprised if she comes back with another one here. 0-1 for Reagan Rodberg. She's going to show bunt again. Bunts that one back and out of play. Oh, 2 now for Rodberg. Runner at first. 1 down. And she's going to show bunt again. That's going to be fouled back, and she's going to be out because of the bunt foul. Yeah, if you bunt foul, that's out. So that will be out number 2. And now back to the top of the order, though. Brooklyn Patterson is here. 2 down, runner on first for the Rails. And the Tigers still have an opportunity, still need to get out of this inning. 2 down, runner on first. Pillar. Patterson inside for ball 1. Aubrey Bruce over there at first for the Rails. Hanson, watchful eye on that runner at first. I think if she had a split second, she might have been able to throw her out, but holds on to it. You don't want an error to get her to reach, so I think it's going to be more of a it's 2-0 count now for Brooklyn Patterson. Here's the pitch. Going to be outside. Ball 3, 3-0 now to Patterson. That one swung on and in the dirt. Runner will move to second. And they're not too worried about that runner at second right now. Obviously, you don't want her up there, but right now you're worried about Patterson at the plate. 2 down, 3 balls, 1 strike to Patterson. Pillar trying to Grab the out, and that's going to be strike 2. Full count for Brooklyn Patterson. The pitcher versus pitcher duel. Once again, Pillar trying to come out on top in this duel. That one's inside for ball 4. So runners on first and second, 2 down. Now Sam Shelton to the plate. Here's the first pitch. High. Nice grab by Hansen. Ball 1 to Shelton. Sam Shelton, number 24. The other Shelton here is Emma. Here's the 1-0 in the dirt. And Hansen keeps it in front. Pillar with the 2-0 in there for strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. Two 2-1 for Shelton. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 3. 3-1 now. Shelton. 3-1 count. And loading the bases wouldn't be the absolute worst thing, because then you literally have an out at any bag, but you don't want that to happen. Swing and a miss. And now it's a full count for Sam Shelton. Here's the full count, and oh, it gets below. Gets below the third baseman, and it'll be a run via the error. So an error will lead to the run scoring for the Rails. Now runners on first and second, still 2 down. It has been nothing but errors that have led to scoring for the Rails. Tigers shooting themselves in the foot there. Now at the plate, it's Annika Burke, and that one lifts it up to left field, and it's dropped. Another error will score 1. It will score 2. The second error in a row. So it won't be a base hit, it will be an error. But it will make it now 5-2. Caitlin Hemming at the plate for the Rails. With 2 outs, they went on a rally here and have scored 3. That one's in there for strike 1 to Hemming. Here's the 0-1 from Pillar. It comes up well short. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hemming. Swing and a miss to make it a 1-2 count. One, 2 now for Hemming. Here's the pitch from Pillar. Short again, and Hansen keeps it in front. Evens count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Caitlin Hemming at the plate for the Rails. Number 2, Kendall Pillar in the circle for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. That's, I believe, a foul tip. No? Oh, apparently it wasn't. Well, I think that was a foul tip, but they're going to say it's not. So, the strikeout into the dirt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hit her bat. Yeah, that's what Jessica asks, and they say no, apparently. I don't know about that one. I will respectfully disagree, because you could hear it. Well, it does score a run. 6-2, the Rails now lead. Emma Shelton at the plate now. In the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 count to Emma Shelton. That one's in there for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play. Clouds are rolling in here, ladies and gentlemen. One-two count now for Emma Shelton. It has been 2 down for what seems like forever for the Tigers. They need this one. That one right back up the middle. Not going to get to first in time. It does. Wow, what a throw there by Glenna. Kaylin Glenna at first. What a throw. Or from second. I know what I'm talking about. Well, that will end the inning, but the Rails do some damage. They didn't get a hit, but they got 4 runs to cross on 1, 2, 3 errors by the Tigers. And that's going to be tough to overcome. Well, we move to the bottom of the 7th, and the Tigers look for a rally here. They need 5 to win. 4 to tie us and push us to extra innings, but 5 to win as we move towards the bottom of this inning. It's been a good battle, but 3 errors in the top of the 7th is what led to 4 runs for the Proctor Rails. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, coming up in about an hour and a half, we'll see some town ball. Baseball coming your way. And that begins at 7:30 right here on this very station. And that begins again at 7:30. Myself, Game Day Gillen, will be covering that one. Does look like there are some possible storms in the area, especially as we go throughout the night. It's 50 to 40 to 30% chance, so not necessarily a great chance, but still a chance nonetheless. Hannah Mechtel at the plate to lead off the bottom of the 7th for the Tigers. First pitch is, ooh. Did he call it a strike? Oh, I'm going to respectfully disagree on that one. That one was high. Ooh, that one's outside for 1-1. But again, respectfully disagree. It's not that I disrespectfully disagree. All in respect. 1-1 to Mechtel. Ooh, in there for strike 2. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Mechtel swings through it for out number 1. Tigers down to their final 2 outs. Annabelle Hansen to the plate. 0 for 3 today is Hansen. She was thrown out on a swinging strikeout that went in the dirt. Inside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Hansen. Here's the pitch, swung on, and right back to Patterson at the pitcher spot on the first for out number 2. Down to their final out, but we've seen 2-0 rallies before by the Tigers, and they'll need a big one here. Natalie Rude. Two-out rally. Tigers need it. Out in front of that one. And again, Patterson is getting Rude out in front of these. She's threw some off speed at her and has got her to swing through last time around and got her to swing on that one. 0-1 outside, and she lays off for ball 1. 1-1. Tigers down to their last 2 strikes here. Need 4 runs to stay alive. Oh, that one, no, that one was called ball 2. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Out in front of that one is Rude once again. Now down to their final strike are the Tigers. And she lifts this one out to left, but she's there as the left fielder for out number 3. So that will be it. The Tigers will fall here in this game 6-2 to the Proctor Rails. We're going to have a quick recap when we come back, because then I got to fly back up to Hinckley for the Knights game as they host Anoka. Back after a quick word from our sponsors here on WCMP.
When aches and pains are interfering with your daily life, Wellia Health wants to help. The sports medicine team at Wellia Health is here to help you get back to the things you love. Wellia Health has a highly skilled sports medicine team with a wide range of experiences. They are also experts in concussion management, a concern for young athletes and adults alike. No matter the injury, get back in the game with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through your MyChart account, welliahealth.org.
I love this weather. I could sit here all day long. I don't think anything can make it better.
Well, friend, this week get a 2-night stay at Ringler's Family Campground for only $40. Make memories and enjoy the outdoors.
How long have you been there?
I'm always here, friend. Always here.
That's a little creepy.
WCMPradio.com/deals. Save money on all kinds of cool stuff. WCMPradio.com/deals.
WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown! Slips one, slips a second, able to get away for Sluka. Back underneath, far side, and a goal to the lane, and just gets the roll. Wow.
Pine City, Mora, Hinkley Finlayson, East Central, Bram, Rush City, Malacca, North Branch. Find out who's playing next at WCMPradio.com.
Back here on WCMP, the Tigers fall to the Proctor Rails 6-2 after that 7th inning. 2 outs, saw 3 errors score those 4 runs. So unfortunately for the Tigers, that is going to be it for the regular season now. And the question becomes, will that hurt their number 2 seeding, or will I Falls take over? I don't think it will. Now, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But just looking at it all, I don't think it will hurt their seeding at all. I think they should be okay as the number 2 seed, but that could all change too. We'll have to wait and see. I'm guessing we will have it all ready to go seeding-wise come Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday. I can't imagine they'd wait that long, but you never know. So we'll have to wait and see, as will everybody else, to see where the Tigers will be placed, in what seed, and if they get the first round bye or not. But in this one, Kendall Pillar, the pitcher, went all 7 innings. She allowed 3 runs, only the 3 earned runs, 3 hits, 6 runs, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts. And again, a lot of errors, unfortunately, here by the Tigers in this one, as they had 5 errors in the last 2 innings. And that's what led to those 6 runs scored by the Proctor Rails. So not ideal for the Tigers. That'll be something they talk about, as hey, we got to overcome ourselves. Those are the mental mistakes that you can't have in a game like this, where you're playing against one of the top teams in the section. In fact, the top team in the section. You got to have those plays under control. Otherwise, much like we've seen, they are going to capitalize as they did. So again, that is it for this game. The Tigers fall and will have only 3 losses at the end of the regular season, but they will be going into the playoffs now with something to prove after falling here to Proctor. Definitely feeling like they could have definitely got the victory, but they will have to go into playoffs and hope to meet them again in said playoffs. That's going to do it for me, folks. I got to run up to Hinckley for your Hinckley Knights game, so be sure to tune in to this very station once again in about 35-40 minutes. Probably closer to maybe 45-50. So tune back into this station, but for now, that's going to do it. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors. Final once again, Tigers fall to the Proctor Rails 6-2. For WCMP, Game Day Gilman, tune in about 45 minutes for the Hinckley Knights here on WCMP.